Hello my friends, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today we're going to create layout number 2 in the Storybook Life Scrapbooking Workshop from Stampin Up. I cannot believe we're on layout number 2 already. This month is just flying by. If you missed layout number 1, I will put like a link up here somewhere on this video that you can go back and check out layout number 1, and then next week we'll do layout number 3, so make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next video. Okay, so I love Stampin' Up's workshops because they come with everything you need to create these 3 layouts. It comes with the pattern paper, the cardstock, the stickers, and die cuts, and also a cutting guide and instructions on how to put those together. But the best part for me is that it gives me a starting point of where to kind of start the creative process. So that's what I love about it. So here are some of the die cuts we'll be using today. And let me put those off to the side. Some of the stickers. And again, it comes with cardstock and the pattern paper. I have already cut those pieces. So what I do is when I get a kit, I cut all of the pieces, put them in their little piles of 1, 2, 3, and then I will pull them out and decide if I want to change them. Usually I bring my photos in. Today I'm going to be scrapbooking some Easter photos from 2022, and then I decide how I want to change it up. You do not have to change these at all if you don't want to, but I'm going to share with you today some ideas of how I am changing this this layout. So the original instructions, as you can see, has, let me move this one out of the way, hold on, I have both my pages. Okay, the original has this beautiful Lost Lagoon color, and once I put, let me grab these, I put some of the patterned paper on it, it was just a little too blue for me. And so I decided to kind of tone it down and grab Crumb cake cardstock. So I'm going to switch that out, and I can use that on a different project. And then it has this fun rabbit pattern. Let me see. I actually changed this up quite a bit. Let me think. I'm going to switch these out. Hold on, and I'll explain in just a second. It's a whole process, I promise. Okay, here are the right pieces. So we have our photo mats, and then we have this beautiful kind of calypso coral pattern, and I kind of went back and forth between this pattern and this one, and I decided for Easter I wanted a little bit more fancy, so I decided to go with this. And then there is this bunny pattern. In the instructions, it only has like a 1/2 inch. I wanted the bunnies to show more, so I actually cut this at 1 inch instead. And then it actually shows some of that pattern, the this pattern, like there's a little strip of that, and I thought it kind of got lost. And as I was playing with my photos and things like that, I felt like I needed to bring in this lighter blue. So this blue does not come in the kit, but I just pulled it out of my stash. It's Boho blue, and I think it will pull in some of those fun blue colors from the bunny paper. And then after I've laid those out, I felt like this paper was kind of just flying out in the middle of nowhere. So I grabbed some Very Vanilla from my stash, and this is how I'm going to ground it and put that behind there. So the first thing it actually wants us to do is we are going to add some butterflies from the negative space on our die cut. Let me grab the die cuts back here. Remember the carrot from last week? We can use it this time. So here are the little butterflies. So I'm just going to punch this out. and it says to use the negative space and Lost Lagoon ink. But since I changed the background, I'm going to actually use Pecan Pie. Okay, so those are going to be on our project, so I'm just going to punch these out. So that's kind of fun. We're just going to use that negative space to add some fun little butterflies. Okay, so we have this. Let's scooch this out of the way and grab a little blending brush and our Pecan Pie. I probably would go with like a lighter brown, but this is what I have. So we are going to lightly add some butterflies. So it looks like they've added them up here. So I'm just going to lightly add some color. And then we'll see how that looks. So some of these, actually I think all of the scrapbooking workshops have kind of a little fun technique that you can do. Just kind of a fun idea to use this negative space. Okay. Oh, cute. So it just kind of adds like a little splotch of color, and we're going to do the same thing down here. You can add more if you'd like to. And I kind of want to add, do I dare add some splatters? Oops. Hold on, I was thinking and doing this at the same time. Okay, so we have that. Maybe, I haven't thought of this before, but maybe we could add some splatters to the sides. That would be fun. But then do I want to do gold or do I want to do like white? Because I have the gold and the white sitting here. Or do I not want to do it at all? Oh goodness, so many choices, so many choices. Oh, this one kind of gunky. You know what? I'm going to hold off. I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to add this very vanilla. I did cut this at 9 1/4 and 9 3/4. So it adds just a little bit of a peak behind that pattern. And I'm just going to stick this in the center. It does say like 1.5 inches over from the side. And what does it say? 1 1/4 from the top. So let me scooch this up just a little bit. Okay, it does have those in the instructions, which makes it nice. Okay. Then I'm going to add my Calypso Coral pattern. Right there in the center. So you just have that little peak of the white behind it. And then let's add our little strip of bunnies. And there's that strawberry pattern I absolutely love. So since it's two-sided paper, you can flip it over and use the other side if you want. But I decided to do bunnies because my photos are Easter. And I probably shouldn't be gluing this on my project. I know better than that. And add that right across. So I did change that up just a little bit. Like I said, this is 1 inch, and then this is a fourth of an inch by 9, the little strip. Okay, so now we have our photo mats, and let's grab our pictures. I just cut them down to the size. So these are kind of funny photos. They're not really like, oops, there we go. Let me grab a new one. They're not really like Easter-like. I'm not sure. I need to ask my kids, like, if that year was like, we didn't go to church services or something, and why they're in their pajamas. I really need to ask them if they remember what was going on, because, like, why don't we have our dresses on? But These will be cute anyway, I think. Okay, so they did receive, I think it's called an Oculus, I think, for Easter. They had been begging and begging, and the Easter Bunny came through and, is that what it's called? Now I can't remember. I'm second guessing myself. Anyway, the Easter Bunny came through and brought them one that they could share. So honestly, the only one that still use it is my youngest. The other two have kind of outgrown it. But it's kind of fun. It's really actually fun to watch him play the monkey game. I think it's called Gorilla Tag, and his like arms like go crazy. It's pretty funny to watch. Okay, so on the sample, it kind of has the photos going, like there's one in the center, offset a little bit, and I tried that and I didn't like it. So I'm going to change mine up a little bit. So I'm going to add this one of my daughter in the center. They're mixed match pajamas. I think these two are actually wearing their Christmas pajamas, but you know, that's fine. So add that. And then I'm going to offset these two. And I'm going to put him on this side. That's my oldest. So he's kind of looking towards this way. He's kind of just looking up. So I don't think it really matters which side I put him on. And kind of just layer them so they're off that side. And then off this side. I mean, I could move it up if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to try to go just straight across and layer those. Okay, cute, cute. It's coming together. I am actually going to hold off putting the accents on because I am changing this up quite a bit. So I'm going to hold off doing the stickers and the die cuts, and let's get our second page together. And then I think we'll just do it, add all the accents at the same time. Okay, so this one, the same, it has some of these fun butterflies. And I just need to double check, make sure. So this cardstock is double-sided. So can you see that it's light and dark? So I want to make sure I had the light side, which I am so happy Stampin' Up! Adopted from close to my heart. Coming up in May, we'll be able to get all of the Stampin' Up! Colors in the two-tone. So that is so exciting. I just love to have the option to choose which side to use. I personally like that it's a lighter weight, especially for scrapbooking, so your scrapbooks don't get too bulky. And it's just nice to kind of have one or two different options in one cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to add these over here. It's a fun little splash of color. I guess butterflies aren't supposed to be brown, but it will work. Okay, that's a fun idea. So always look at your die cuts and see if you have an option to use them as, oh goodness, I can't think of the word at the second, as a template, right? Yes, I think. Is it, I can't remember. All right, so then let's bring in our pieces. Again, I just cut this very vanilla. I have this right here. What I added to this. The very vanilla at 9 1/4 by 9 3/4. Add this in kind of the center. Okay, so it has it going down about 1 1/4 and over 1 1/2. Is that right? Okay, that looks about right. We're at our Calypso Coral pattern. Right on top. And then the bunny. And when I cut this, I cut it wrong. So make sure you double check which direction you are cutting your bunnies. I did it in the wrong way for some reason, but there was enough left over that I could recut it. So don't worry too much. If you mess up, there is a little extra. This kit actually came with a lot of extra, especially of the strawberry pattern, which I'm so happy about, and like the blue gingham pattern. Or yes, I think that's what it was, but it's so cute. Okay, so this one has 2 photos, and I'm choosing just to use one. So here is a photo of all the kids and their baskets. And funny, I don't know if I noticed this when I took the photo, but look, here's Trevor right down here underneath the table. He's in the photo too. So cute. All right, so this one, I have decided this is going to be my first page, and then this will be my second one. So I'm just flipping it from what they suggested. And I felt like I needed a title. They have the, where is it? Their title for this one is Somebody Special. And it just, I kind of wanted like a bigger title, definitely announcing that it was Easter. So I grabbed my Alphabet a la Mode dies, which I am loving. You've probably seen them or seen me use them a lot. And I cut out Easter in that boho blue. It's almost like the boho blue almost looks like it is purple almost, but it's so pretty. And it matches, look how cute, it matches the little bunnies down here. So that is why I did it that way. So I'm just going to lay these down. E-A-S-T E-R. And then I'm going to, let's see, let's put our photo right there. Okay. Now in this one, they have the carrot sticker going across right here. I felt like the title needed a little something underneath it. So I did cut an extra piece, but I'm going to try and see what this sticker looks like maybe underneath it, or layer the sticker. Maybe I will just do the sticker. So hold on just a second. Let me cut it to the size that I cut this piece. Okay, so this sticker is 5.5 inches. And then I do want to add that sticker to the other side. So don't let me forget to add that sticker on the opposite side. Okay, I think I want to dovetail this a little bit. So I'm just going to snip up the center and go from side to side. And get a cute little dovetail. So I'm using that kind of as a banner. And there we go. That one was harder to see because of the carrot. So I'm just going to scooch this up a little bit and then lay, what direction? I think I want my carrots to go that way. I'll just put that in the center, and then I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen to add my letters. I'm just going to lightly lay them down so I kind of know where I'm going. All right, that looks good. It is so funny that we're getting ready for Easter again. And my daughter's like, aren't you going to save this for Easter this year? I'm like, nope, I have some Easter I still need to scrapbook. So this would be perfect if you are caught up and you need to scrapbook your pictures from this Easter. Just the perfect timing. Add these. I love these die cuts. They're just so cute. They're like the right size and they're thin, so it's not too much bulk, but they're tall. And there we go. EAST. My luck, I will spell something wrong. I am not the best speller. But I should be able to spell Easter, right? Okay. I'm excited. So my oldest just texted me today and he's like, what are our plans for Easter? Because he's, you know, now an adult. It was kind of cute that he asked what our plans were. I'm like, oh, I should probably get some plans going. But we don't necessarily have a lot of traditions. We used to have more when the kids were little, but as they've gotten bigger, they've kind of just changed a little bit. But do you guys have any fun Easter traditions? Put it in the comments. Maybe I will start doing some of your Easter traditions. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on. They do recommend putting it back on when you are done. And maybe I will put that down to help it stay. Okay, so now we can accessorize. And let me bring in the other side so we kind of have an idea of where we're going. Hopefully we can fit both sides in. All right, so we have, let's see what our options are. We have our butterflies. We have our carrots that I tried really hard to put on layout number 1. We have this adorable bunny. So let's get this one with the carrots. Oh my goodness, so funny. We were at my hairdresser's and she has decorated for Easter. She always decorates. It's so cute. And for each holiday. And she has decorated with bunnies and carrots. And my husband's like, shouldn't it be Easter eggs? He was very confused of why there were so many carrots. So that makes me laugh that the bunny is holding a little bag of carrots. I'll have to show him. Look, our Easter layout now has carrots. Okay, so let's take a peek at the photos to give us kind of an idea of where these go and kind of decide what we want to do. So that is totally the fun of this. You can change it up, so we can put our little bunny over here if we want. And there is a sticker. What I like to do with the stickers is add 3D dimensionals to the back. And then I can kind of move them around until I decide where I want them to go. So this is also on this page. We have a butterfly. So we can follow what they do or not. So, and then somebody special. I still think that's cute, and I think I'm still going to add it to this page. So I'm going to pull that off and see if we can use it. And then we have another butterfly. Oh, they're down here. It's like, where did that go? Another butterfly, and I'll put that one up there so I don't lose it. And then the other page looks like it has, let's see, this one says project 3, but I see it right here on project 2. So I'm just going to pull that off. I'm guessing there is an oopsie here and there. Oh, we could put that over here. And then we have the carrots. And then this cute little bunny. Add some 3D foam to the back of that. So I was talking to some Stampin' Up ladies, and I just didn't realize. So when Stampin' Up, or when Close to My Heart closed and Stampin' Up kind of invited us to join them, they tried really hard to bring us scrapbooking elements And so it was kind of a really quick turnaround because they work so far in advance. And I didn't realize that. So they are amazing at even getting us what we have. So thank you, Stampin' Up. Okay, so we have this over here. So I wanted to add it over here too. So, okay, I'm gonna take a peek at this and then we will come back and decide where we're gonna put everything. Okay, quick little break. I had to actually grab some water. I should have apologized in the very beginning. Allergies are killing me this season, so I'm a little stuffy, so I apologize. But I think I like this, the direction. I've changed a few things. I do like this little journaling spot right here with the carrots. I put the little, I actually haven't put them down yet, so I can tell you as I add these on. I put the butterflies kind of hanging off into where we are, where we put some sponged butterflies, if that makes sense. So they kind of blend in with that. And this one we'll put right here, kind of coming off the page. And then this one actually kind of blends in, but I wasn't quite sure where else to put it, but I did want to include it. So that is where it's going. All right, I could actually put it, oh, let's put it closer to the Easter. There we go. So I'm going to add my little journaling spot. I'm not going to add 3D foam to it because I want to be able to write on it. And then let's add some 3D foam to our big carrots, or dimensionals, I guess. I'm going to seriously call this 3D foam until like the end of time, I think. Maybe I'll get it eventually. It has actually been a year since we have joined forces and went over to Stampin' Up from Close to My Heart. I just hit my year anniversary. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so now we have, I think I got all of those. Now we have the little bunnies, and I decided to put them together in this little spot right here. There was kind of a blank space in that spot. So the first bunny I'm putting down, and then the second one I'm popping up to give a little bit of dimension. So they're hanging out with their carrots, which my husband will be so excited. And then this one right here, I'm going to just add to straight to the page, and I can add the date. And then I'm going to add this somebody special, so cute, right here in this spot, kind of overlapping. And then, remember, I decided we need the carrots. I'm going to cut a couple of them out like that and make little banners to peek out behind. Oops. There we go. To peek out behind right here. I lost a piece somewhere. I probably will find it. It's probably on my finger somewhere. And let's see, let's do, so it matches the other side. All right, I did get help from my daughter. I did ask her like what she thought, and she definitely helped me decide like what colors and things to use. Oh, I do want to mention I did not use this little, I mean, I guess I could, but I didn't. I could put it over there. I didn't use this one. It just didn't seem to like go with the vibe. So she did mention, my daughter was helping me, and she's like, it needs some ribbon. or I grabbed some dots. So you just grab what you have in your stash. These are pearls. Look how pretty they are. They're the antique pearls, and I thought they would go really well with this collection since we're kind of has the pretty thing. So I'm just going to add a couple of these around the page just to add a little bit of something, a little bit more glitter and glam, and kind of put them in little clusters with what we already have. So add a couple here and there, and then I'm going to add a couple over here. Then I think I need one up by the title. Okay, so I think we are done, I believe. I will put a list of all the supplies I used in the description of the video, so if you want to check that out, and you can create these pages. But I am pretty excited how this one turned out. Let me show you how it was supposed to be in the first place. And where it went, I guess. So this is how they designed it, our lovely people at Stampin Up. But like I said in the beginning, this is a great starting point if you want to be a little bit more creative. They are great how they are, but you can definitely change them up to your photos and your style. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on layout number 3 next Thursday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.